Good evening, how are you today? It has been an absolutely glorious day here today. It's the evening now, it's 10 to 6 and I'm so annoyed that I can't sit in the garden and enjoy the evening sunshine. But I've just pulled up to the car park. I'm in Preston, going to the county hall for my last foster training. I think it's my last foster training. It's the only one that I've been told about at the moment. There was 3 days. I did a Monday, 9:30 till 3. I did last Saturday, again 9:30 till 3. And I've got this evening 6 till, they say 6 till 9, but then they were saying on Tuesday it's probably only going to be by 8:15 we'll be done. So sort of 6 till 8:15. And so so this is the first stages of becoming a foster parent. And yeah, after the first day, I didn't really have much to say, and it was kind of I don't think I really got much out of that first day, to be honest. But on the last Saturdays, I haven't spoken about it on the vlogs, but on last Saturday I definitely got quite a lot from it. We talked about quite a lot of stuff that I found really useful, which I think what I'll do is I'll go into this session now, and then when we come out of it, I kind of just round it all up as a whole and let you know what the training was like. It's so beautiful. I'm so warm. I've put on, because I've been in the garden working all day, and I was in I looked a mess. I was in these shorts and stuff. I couldn't go, you know those clothes where you can wear them just for dusting around the house, but you can't wear them to go out. I was in those types of clothes, and so I've just grabbed my jeans to put them on to come out in. Oh my goodness, I am sweating. It's very warm. Look, it's very posh in here. All finished. It's only 7:30. Nice and early again. I think I'll drive home and I'll talk about it. I'll talk about it when we get home, because I just want to get home and maybe get a little bit of sun before it goes. Probably won't be able to get some, but we'll see. We'll try and get some. Right, I'm back at home now, and so my foster courses are is done. It was, like I said, it was 3 days or 2.5 days really, and the process is there's so much more to do. So I've done these training days. Now I have an appointment with my social worker. I've got this big booklet thing to fill in about my life and everything that's happened to me in my life, and why, how things have affected me and made me the person that I am today. And so a really in-depth little booklet thing that I've got to fill in. And then I've got a meeting this week, Thursday of this week I think it is, with my social worker. And at the end of tonight, she said that you get sort of between 6 and 8 visits with your social worker, but I think that we're probably going to do it quicker. We're going to have longer visits and less of them, I think, is how we're going to do it. But that's going forward. So I've got those meetings. He is obviously my social worker wants to meet with Stephen and chat with him about how he feels about things. And then from then it goes, you have to complete little bits of a day in the paperwork bits. I don't know, to be honest. I've not got that process yet. And then it goes to panel, and they decide if you can be a foster parent or not. But in terms of the course, after the first day I was kind of ugh, this is a bit I can't even remember what was spoken about on the first day, to be honest. Nothing, I don't know, I don't really feel anything sunk in, or I felt any value massively to the first day. Then the second day we talked more about protecting yourself as a foster carer, which I actually found really useful, because it wasn't something that I'd even thought about before. And protecting yourself, and Stephen protecting himself around foster children, just in terms of not putting yourself in unnecessary risk. Things so Stephen being alone with a foster child, which is so sad to me that this is something that you have to even think about, but I suppose in this day it just is. And if you are taking, it's somebody else's child at the end of the day. If I'm caring for somebody else's child, I've got to respect that and think about those things. But like Stephen being alone in a room, like upstairs or whatever, with a foster child is like a big no. And I just think, oh, that's so awful. But then I don't want Stephen to be in a situation where there could be accusations, or even like for me, if there's accusations around me and stuff. And so it's all that type of stuff on the second day, which kind of, if I'm honest, it kind of scared me a little bit. I was like, whoa, okay, this is like real. I don't think that I'd kind of thought, obviously kids that come into foster care have issues, you know, they've been neglected, or there's been physical, sexual, emotional abuse. Maybe just their parents have, like, there could be so many different reasons why a child goes into foster care. But generally they're all vulnerable people. And I guess I hadn't, obviously I'd thought about it, but there was not that sort of level of understanding. I think that I was just thinking, oh yeah, these like kids are coming to stay and I'm going to look after them. There's obviously so much more to it than that. And the course kind of opened my eyes to that, of course there's going to be issues. Kids are going to come and live here in this house, in my home with us, and there's going to be issues there. It's not, I mean, this is not necessarily, I kind of like very naively kind of just thought, it's kind of like childminding, which I used to do, but just all the time. It's still not the case. Of course it's not the case that, you know, kids have got issues. All kids will come with certain differing issues. And there's the whole aspect of keeping contact with family, with their birth family, that you would have to like maybe do like 3 visits. They may have like, they're visiting, they're having contact 3 times a week, so you'd be running them to contact and things. And I don't know, I just found it really quite useful. There was a foster parent there. In fact, the woman that was running the course was a retired foster parent. And she like told some of her stories from when she was fostering. I found that really useful. There was also a current foster carer. She's been foster caring for 10 years, and she was telling some of her experiences, some of her stories. They're the type of things that I personally found really useful with the course, hearing other people and what issues children have come to them with, or how they handle certain situations. Yeah, so that was day 2. Tonight, just like, we were only there for like what, an hour and a half. Were we there? Yeah, about an hour and a half. And it was all about the end of foster care. Obviously when a child comes into foster care, there's an end goal. It could be that they're being put up for adoption, or maybe that they don't actually know the end goal, they're kind of figuring it out, but they'll either be put up for adoption, they'll go back to birth family. There's so many different things that can happen. And it was talking about all of those scenarios of the end of foster care. And I do think that that is something that I'm glad we spoke about tonight, because for me, I think that's going to be quite emotional to get attached to. Like, if you look after, I can't see how anyone couldn't be. If you are taking in, say, I don't know, like an 18-month-old or something, a year-old baby, and you look after them for a year, and then they go on to become adopted, I don't know how that can't be an extremely emotional time when they leave. I feel like if that doesn't make you emotional, then you're not human. Like, in my eyes, like, how to completely care for this vulnerable little baby, this little child, and then they leave and they go on to be adopted, or, you know, or back to their birth family or whatever. That's difficult. That's really, really difficult. And I think you've just got to, they kind of talked a little bit about like strategy, not strategies, but more so you've just got to think that the good that you've done for that person as they move forward in their life. And like, you know, to take a minute to like be, it's okay that if it kind of has upset you, and be like, right, okay, I just need to like take time for me to wrap my head around the fact that this kid is gone. And yeah, so that was the course, and I have now got, oh, I got a certificate actually. Never thought I was going to get a certificate for completing that. I got a certificate, and I got this huge, look how thick it is, huge, the Skills to Foster handbook that I don't really know what, I think my social worker will go through it with me. But I've now got my big bloom booklet all about myself to complete, before Thursday, so I think maybe tomorrow. Yeah, it's Wednesday tomorrow. I'm a last minute kind of person. Like, I've been sat with this and I've had it for maybe a week and a half, and I keep trying to do a little bit every day. That was kind of my plan. I'd have to do it all last minute, but I'm a last minute person. It's like, right, it's now like gonna be, I'll do it tomorrow. The day before it has to be done for. I've always been like that since school, and I will probably continue to be like that for the rest of my life, but I've got that to all fill out. It's not difficult to fill out, it's just, well, to be honest, it's like quite emotional to fill it out. It's very sort of thought-provoking, and it asks about your childhood and any bad things that have happened to you in your life and how you've handled them, and any good things that have happened as well, and you know, how has it affected you. And actually that's quite an emotional thing to sit and type about your whole life, all the crap that's happened to you, why you are who you are. Yeah, it's quite emotional to be honest. It's just quite, like, it's tiring, like brain tiring, I feel like. So yeah, I am going to get that done tomorrow, and then my social worker will come on Thursday and we will progress from there. I am very nervous about panel. We talked about panel. That's when everything's sort of done and finished and everything, and you go to panel, and I think it sounds like there's about like 7-8 people there, and they're like assessing all your paperwork and all of that stuff, and then you come in for like a meeting with them, and they maybe like ask you a couple of questions, or like, it's kind of like a job interview really, but like it was like with like 7-8 people. I was like, oh my god, that like scares me quite a lot, to be honest. I'll be very nervous when that day comes, if that day comes. Hopefully it does, and then they kind of decide then and there if you can be a foster parent. But oh my goodness, excuse me, I'm gonna end it because I'm tired. It's been a busy old day, and I can't believe how light it is still for like after 9 o'clock, or it's about 9 o'clock at night. But thank you so much for watching. This whole foster parent journey is, oh, the cat, did you hear that? Yep, he's there. He's been meowing all around the house since I got home. I don't know why. But yeah, it's a complete new kind of thing for me, this foster caring, and yeah, I'm looking forward to it progressing. But thanks for watching, and I will see you tomorrow for another video. Bye.